It's time for another round of Premier League action. This time it's not playing on the weekend, but we're having games in midweek, and that is because some games were brought forward due to the FA Cup that will be taking place at the weekend. It seemed just like yesterday when we had round 33, but we still have more Premier League action coming our way. I'm starting with you, Victor. Only 1 point separates sixth place Chelsea and ninth place Brighton ahead of this high stakes fixture. Taking everything into account, who are you backing to win this one?
Can I say neither? Let, let's let this stat sink in a little bit. Chelsea have only won one game against a top division opponent in any competition in 2 months. Okay? So whether it was Champions League opponents or domestic opponents from the Premier League, they've won once. It was against Villa on March 4th. That's since mid February. So surely Brighton are winning this, right? Well, not really. Their last 10 games at home, they've actually only won 3. And that was Burnley, Forest, and Liverpool, who are barely Liverpool this season. It doesn't exactly scream European contenders to me, but they have been great away from home. But I think Chelsea can get a draw at the Amex, even in their situation. They lost 4 Prem games without scoring, but even in this case, I can easily see 0-0 or 1-1.
You're a very brave man. But anyways, moving on from Chelsea and over to you, Max. Will an European sport chasing Bournemouth be able to maintain their current unbeaten run of about 13 games against a Leeds side that has enjoyed an upturn in form of late?
I'd probably say so, because I feel like there will be a slight sigh of relief for the Leeds side, that they're pretty much sure that they're not relegated at the moment, at least. But in the same time, Bournemouth is fighting for Europe as for life, and they've been doing decent recently, as you already mentioned, 13 games unbeaten. And I wouldn't say that the game against Leeds at home will be the final game of that streak. I would probably say they're winning, but at best for the Leeds it's a draw. But still, I don't really believe that. I feel like Bournemouth is winning this one.
Fair point. And then back to you, Victor. Given the twist we saw in the title race over the weekend, are we expecting one-way traffic for City against Burnley?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would have said that even if City had lost to Arsenal. Burnley are simply terrible. There's no point sugarcoating this. I don't expect Guardiola to even rotate too much. This game is also far more important than the FA Cup semi-final at the weekend, which I know it sounds weird, but if you ask any City fan which trophy they would rather have at the end of the season, the Prem or the FA Cup, if you ask them that, they'll look at you as if you're off your nut. I think City will be going full blast at Burnley, also because of the goal difference factor in the title race. And let's face it, if they don't win this, even they should know that they don't deserve to be champions.
Yeah, fair point. And then going away from the top of the table, let's go to the bottom end of the table, Max. Nottingham Forest are now on a 5-game unbeaten run and look to be gradually escaping from relegation discussions. What are their chances of keeping that run intact against Sunderland?
Actually, this game is pretty tough to call, because yes, I don't feel like they're not fighting for anything, but then you look at the table, even though they're 11th, they're only 2 points away from the European spots at the moment, and look at other teams that have been, for example, Everton lost, Chelsea lost, so on. They still might think about Europe and dream about it, so probably they will go full swing for that one. But Nottingham Forest is also in a good form at the moment. They just won 4-1 this weekend. I would probably say a draw here is the most expectable result for me, but if I have to pick a winner here, I would probably go with Sunderland.
That's a bold call. But one thing is certain, we are getting into the business end period of the season where games can go anyway. Any side can literally win at this point. Sides chasing European sports, sides chasing for the title, sides trying to escape relegation. There's really a lot to play for, and we'll just have to wait and see how everything unfolds.